Let's call it what it is. The Las Vegas Aces are the uncontested champions of 2025. They didn't sneak in. They didn't luck out. They planted a flag on the league and said, "This is ours." 3 WNBA titles in 4 years. That is the definition of an era. The story matters. Early in the season, it looked rough. The start was worrying. Defense in question. Identity in question. Then mid-season arrived, and the Aces found their groove. They caught a rhythm and never let it go. 16 straight wins before the playoffs. 16. That is a team solving problems, stacking answers, and walking into the postseason like the boss of the room. And at the center of it, Aja Wilson, the queen of the moment. For a long stretch, it felt like Napheesa Collier had the lead for MVP. She was the air, the steady force, the two-way engine. Then Wilson decided the race was over. Most valuable player of the regular season. Scoring champion. Co-defensive player of the year alongside Alana Smith. Most valuable player of the playoffs. And the trophy every player dreams of, the WNBA championship, lifted high with the lights bright and the building loud. That is a total takeover. That is a player putting both hands on an entire year and not letting go. Credit the structure, too. Becky Hammon has her name moving up the legend list. Former player, now head coach. 3 titles in 4 years, and the scheme stays sharp. Lineups that fit. Tempo that fits the moment. Switches that make sense. A system where the stars shine and the role players win hidden possessions. It is not just talent. It is timing. It is discipline. It is belief. Opposition? Yes, the Aces were tested. Seattle had the veteran edge and made it tricky. Indiana brought that fearless energy and a young core that plays like tomorrow is already here. They gave Vegas the kind of resistance that hardens a champion. Phoenix reached the finals. And we got 2 good games out of 4, but the series still ended in a sweep. The Aces always had the last counter. They closed the door, turned the key, and took the crown home. This title moment has a stage. The WNBA Finals Championship trophy on the table. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert stepping in to present it. The banner on the way. The confetti falling. But the best part of this story is not only the ending. It is everything the Aces survived to get there. A shaky takeoff, then a perfect landing. A roster that refused to split when it could have. A star who refused to slow down. A coach who refused to stop adjusting. Now let's be real about the hierarchy. Aja Wilson is the queen. If you want that crown, you need a plan for the 4th quarter. You need answers for her counters. You need depth that does not blink when the lights boil. That is the bar. That is the assignment. And let's talk about Napheesa Collier. She looked like the rightful heir for long stretches. She carried the Lynx like a superstar. She set the pace for the MVP until Wilson pressed the accelerator and never looked back. That is not a knock on Collier. That is a salute to a legendary season from Wilson. One of the best we have seen. Maybe the best. And it raises the question we all love to ask. Who can dethrone her next year? Because the league is better when the chase feels real. Seattle has the brains and the shot-making to stretch any favorite. Indiana has a young core learning on fast forward. There are teams with length, with toughness, with belief. The question is not, can they win a night in June? The question is, can they win 4 times in a 7-game window with everything on the line? Off the court, we need grown-up talks. Players, the commissioner's office, everyone around the league. Find common ground. Make sure we get a clear runway to a full 2026 season. Better travel. Better conditions. Smart investment. A bigger table for a product that keeps getting better. The basketball delivered. Now the business has to match the moment. For the Aces, the painting is bold and the colors are loud. A shaky start. A 16-game streak. A sweep to finish. A coach with a steady hand. A star in complete command. 3 titles in 4 years, and the feeling that the story is still being written. If you are chasing that, you will need legs, depth, and calm. You will need a plan that survives the 2-minute runs when Vegas flips a tie into a 10-point problem. And you will need to accept that the crown is not given. It is taken. So here is my challenge to you. Who do you see knocking on the door next year? Who has the roster, the poise, and the plan to make A'ja Wilson sweat in late May and still be standing in October? Do you trust Minnesota to take the next step? Do you think the Fever turn hard lessons into big wins? Do you see the Storm playing chess while everyone else plays checkers? And what was your favorite play, your favorite swing moment, your favorite flex from these finals? Drop your answer. Make your case. Put your pick on the record. I will read the best takes on the next episode. That's it, folks. See you soon, and keep the momentum. Yo.